Hello thrift nerds and welcome back to another episode of Good Game Grabs. My name is Ray. Some people call me Nabyart, my partner in thrift. Her name is Emily. Some people call her the Zesty One, the Zesty Pickles. But we are two people that love to go to the thrift, to the Goodwill bins, to garage sales, and so on and so forth for stuff to resell or to collect for our nerd collections, which there's one right behind me. Listen, if you guys like any of that stuff, you'll want to strap on in for a fun episode. We're going after media today, and I will also talk about the Grail miniseries. Okay, so before we dive into the media portion at the Goodwill bins of this video, I just want to say a couple things about the Grail miniseries. The Grail miniseries, for you guys that don't know, we've been running a little series where we collect media and sell it locally. So we buy media super cheap, sell it locally, and we just slowly build up to buy a video game Grail of our choice. We still haven't determined that yet, but we will. And I know some of you guys are, coming up to me or leaving me comments or whatever and saying, Ray, you could have got so much more money if you would have done X, Y, and Z. But I just want to clarify that the Grail series is basically only local selling. So, and brick and mortar. It's brick and mortar local selling only. So it could be, a big store like a V-Stock. It could be a small record store. It could be whatever of that nature. But it has to be a brick and mortar. It has to be pretty widely available in every city or mostly every city for it to count towards the series. That's what makes the series a little bit unique, is that we're only selling stuff to local stores. We've started half-price books. We've now moved on to selling stuff to vintage stock and so forth. So that takes care of the Grail series. I know we can get more money outside of those realms, but it's for the series, guys. I know, it breaks my heart too. The other thing that you're going to see me mention in this video is Amazon FBA, and we just recently got our account set up for that. We are going to start by selling books and some DVDs. We'll see how that goes. But either way, we are just a little guppy in a big pond. And we are also using Scout IQ as sort of a guideline to, work out whether or not a book is worth taking. But I figure since we're already collecting books for the miniseries, we might as well just start down the FBA path, because we're already there. We're already looking at books. It only makes sense to utilize our time as best as we can. It's sort of like the clothing. Like, I'm still getting into clothing. Since we're already at the bins and clothing is so plentiful, it just makes sense, since we're already there, to look for a couple pieces or maybe even more than a couple pieces to sell on eBay as far as the clothing goes. And I know I've left you guys a little bit in the dark about the FBA stuff. I'm going to sprinkle in more Amazon FBA stuff as the episodes continue, but they're going to be in regular episodes. I'm not really going to make it its own dedicated series. But anyway, let's get right into the bins footage. It was a fun day. Let's go. Got a ton of records this morning. Just tempted to take all of them and just sort through them later, sort of thing. Yeah. Also got some books so far. Just kind of picking up whatever, just in passing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think any of these are crazy good, but let's keep digging. Ooh, that was interesting. This was sitting right in front of somebody that was digging right here. I missed it. Let's go. And it's in there. Let's go. All right. Game fine, baby. All right, we're trying to limit ourselves to nonfiction stuff today, but we did get a Stephen King Christine right there on the end. Pretty happy about that little pickup. And don't worry, guys, we're still trying to find Blu-rays and DVDs. This is a little Star Trek with the sleeve. Looks like it's pretty clean. Hopefully it's in there. How bad is it, guys? How bad is it? It's bad. Oh God, is it bad? It's bad. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Maybe. It's salvageable. All right. Sweet. So an update. I got more records off camera. I just kind of picked up a pile and hope for the best. Like, we're crossing our fingers on that one. Got more books. Did get a Princess Di book. Got a little sweet Van Halen cassette. These have actually been selling in the booth recently. We have an antique mall booth on the north side of town, and yeah, cassettes have been doing pretty good. $3-4 bucks a piece. They've been flying out like hotcakes. Also got a really cool Simpsons book. I might just keep that just because, I don't know, it's neat, looks cool, and it's nicely done. You guys just saw that, of course. I am just over the moon about finding this every time. It doesn't matter how many times I've found this game. We actually need the black label version of this game. We actually only have the greatest hits version, so we'll go ahead and swap those out. And yeah, feeling good. Let's go ahead and make some more stacks, though. We're still kind of just doing our rounds. I feel like this is a book that's either just a complete hit or a complete miss. White-tailed Deer Hunting Pulp, and it's just got some nice stuff in here, along with some history, and it was $50 at one point in time. So again, I mean, this could be, you know, still a $10 to $15 book, or it could just be an absolute dud. Okay, this got mixed into the fray. No, dude. I'm gonna take the case anyway, just because. Let's go. Okay. If you guys have been watching long enough, you know that I kind of do a secondary search of other places in the bins. I usually only pick one between the three, and the three being media, GM, and clothing. So with this morning, I started with media, obviously, and I am doing a secondary search of GM. I don't expect to find very much because it's been pretty picked over by now, but it's worth a shot just to see if somebody overlooks something. I'm also not digging very hard through any of these bins. Like, I'm just doing one of these maneuvers. Actually, there might be some good old books in here. Let's see, Contemporary American Society. I don't know about that, but yeah, probably not. But you know, hey, you never know. So yeah, we're just gonna do some light scans up and down. Is this vintage? It does have the Sesame Street tag on there, 2011. We'll check that out. You know, I could just text Zesty a picture of this vintage Tupperware lid. I mean, this is one of the older ones for sure. It's got like the nice cursive writing on the bottom there. You definitely don't see this this style anymore, this age of Tupperware anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and snag it. Somebody had $225 on it at a garage sale. I'm actually gonna see if there's the base for this too. I just kind of scanned over it and took it. It was sitting in this mess. There's a lot right here. Actually, yo, a sander? This thing actually looks nice. I don't know the name, Kingcraft, but this is a nice sander right here. Somebody come get a sander. Ooh, what is that? What is that? What is this? No, okay. Looks vintage. Oh, this has got the little Sirius XM whole setup there. That might be something. I don't know if Sirius is around really anymore, though. I'm sure they are, but ooh, that's cool. That's cool. Yo, this is sick. This Chips Ahoy with the bite taken out. This is sick. It's a little dirty, but oh man. Okay, we'll see what happens with this. One of my favorite bread and butter items, little Rokus like this, except it's all tangled up in whatever the heck this is. All right, let's get to work. Yo, the vintage Disney, dang, it doesn't have a date on there, but this is definitely, yeah, I'm feeling the vintaginess on this for sure. It's made in USA, but no date on there, but yeah, this has got to be worth a couple bucks, right? Just want to preface this with, this is not an ad for Scout IQ. I also am not sponsored by them in any way, but I went ahead and got Scout IQ. It is a little bit better than what I was using before, which was Book Scouter, which is this app right here. But yeah, using Scout IQ now, and that is what we're going to do to determine whether or not we're going to keep these books for our Amazon FBA journey. All right, guys, update. Since I am a little baby guppy in the world of book reselling, everything in this stack, that stack, is a throwback. And I'll be happy if I leave here with one book that Scout IQ says is worth keeping. If y'all were wondering, this was an absolute dud. Negative $2.72 if I sent it to Amazon FBA. Negative. So this is definitely going back. I had a feeling about this Princess Di book. We are accepted. We are going to make $12.61 on this Princess Di book through Amazon FBA. I would say that's pretty dang good for an Amazon FBA book. So heck yeah, we'll put one in the mix. So in my research, as one does before you go reselling any sort of thing that's not in your wheelhouse, they kept saying, you know, you're gonna find books, you're gonna scan books that you would absolutely think are not worth that much money, and this is a perfect example. So we have 501 Spanish verbs. I just grabbed it on a whim, did not feel that great about it at all. And here we are with a $26 profit FBA. After it's all said and done, I mean, we're gonna pay 70 cents for this book. Feeling really good about that one. So on our vintage Walt Disney hat, we do have some comps. It is a youth size, and it does have the embroider on the back for the name Kyle, which does concern me for sure. But we've got a non-vintage at 14 best offer with 9, 21 or $22 free shipping for a vintage one, 16 free and 18 free. I mean, those are just a couple comps right there, just really quick. I just wanted to make sure that these were selling. Again, this is totally vintage, made in USA. It's definitely got some age to it. I'm thinking 15-20 bucks maybe at the end of the day. I like it. And the two heavy hitters, really the two heavy hitters, and what make me the most happy today are Mario Super Sluggers right there. I might actually have to play this a little bit before we sell it. This is a $25 game, and I actually haven't looked up the prices on Final Fantasy VII in a while, but it is up to $40. And like I said, the case is definitely rough. We're definitely gonna have to swap case swap this, but it's not a problem at all. Well, you know what, actually I just remembered, we are actually going to put this in our Final Fantasy collection. Zesty and I have a collection going, but we're going to sell the greatest hits version, which is worth a little bit less, around 30 bucks. So we'll just count this as a $30 game instead of a $40 game. But right here, I mean, we got 50 bucks worth of games. We've got let's see, I think this was around $30, $35 in Amazon FBA books, which is super awesome. I had some viewers of the channel, shout out to Eric and his father, that came and gave me some album advice. I learned a lot today, guys. So yeah, there's nothing wild in here, but there's definitely some records. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 in there that we're gonna try to get $5 a piece for at the local record store to put towards our Grail fund. I guess we should also mention that we got the Van Halen album. That's $3. Bread and Butter in the Roku. This is a 3920X. We've sold these before, around 15 free shipping. And we got our Chips Ahoy hat, which we're gonna try to clean, which is super sweet. We got our Crash of the Titans case. I think I might just buy the loose case and make this complete for my own collection. We got Minecraft, and we've got Stephen King, Christine, like I mentioned earlier. Those two are going to be booth items for sure. We'll mate this up with something as well. This doesn't really have a price tag on it. This is just in lieu to something bigger and better. Oh, and Elmo's going bye-bye. They weren't worth anything. All right, y'all, $1 in books and $12.08 in net weight for the rest of the stuff there. Of course, the one video game, the Mario Sluggers, is going to cover more than that and make sure that everything else in here is pure profit, guys. Feeling really good about today's haul. We'll see. I actually meant to throw this back, and I don't know why I didn't, but I guess now it's coming home with me. That's funny. I totally forgot to throw this back, guys. I'll just throw it in the booth or something. But regardless, feeling really good about the haul today. If you guys like content just like this, be sure to hit that sub button down below. Like the video if you like the video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been fun, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite part of the haul was today. But until then, we will see you later on the next grab.